Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm so excited to have you here for my free masterclass, the A to Z of UGC. So this masterclass is for all my aspiring content creators who want to start their own side hustle, go full-time with user-generated content, or just find out more about how they can start earning money whilst receiving free products. So I started my UGC creator journey back in April of this year. As a struggling freelancer. Let's just go back a bit further just to give some context. So I'd say my creator journey really began back in August or September 2021 when I was a secondary school teacher. I was feeling really uninspired in my role and I was just craving new opportunities to embrace my more creative side. But I felt stuck in this role and I couldn't see a kind of way out and I didn't know how I could embrace that more creative side. This job satisfaction actually ended up with me leaving in January of this year, and I set up my own social media management business. Now, this change really gave me a taste of what is out there in social media and the content creation world. I was still struggling though for money, and I really wanted to kind of build my expertise in content creation. And then here we are. So I started becoming a lot more confident showing up online through my social media management business, on my stories, showing my face, talking to people and to brands. And I was thinking to myself, how can I start to monetize this? Now, this is where I came across UGC on TikTok and Twitter. So I must have spent countless hours scrolling on TikTok, looking at other UGC creators, exploring how they got started. And I remember thinking that I could do this too. I knew how to create content. I knew what made people stop scrolling. Why not try this myself? I wanted to work with brands that I was seeing on my For You page, and I wanted to earn whilst I was doing that. So I started by putting together a portfolio of videos using just products that I had around my house, some skincare products. And once I put that portfolio together, kind of kickstarted my UGC journey. That was the start of me kind of committing to giving 2022 my all. And now I'm so pleased that I'm in the position where I'm earning 4 figures every month from doing UGC part-time. Something that I'm actually most proud of is that I'm working with brands like this one here on your screen that are stocked exclusively in stores where I used to shop when I was younger and kind of save up all of my money to spend there. So that's just kind of a personal highlight for me. So I'm receiving daily emails now from brands that want to work with me, and that has come from the kind of personal brand that I've built up over the past couple of months from talking about my UGC online. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, great, good for you. Is this possible for me? And of course, the short answer to that is yes, it is. If you enjoy consuming social media, chances are you're going to enjoy creating that content too. I'm not a one-trick pony. You can do this too. So for every message here on the right-hand side where I'm kind of celebrating my successes with UGC, talking about the brands that I've landed, what you're not seeing is the kind of rejections behind that, the messages where I was saying, I've had a rejection, I've had this brand say no, the content is not good enough, they don't want to work with me. So just to be really kind of transparent here, with every success that I'm sharing with you today, there is kind of rejections behind that. But that's what is motivating me to run this masterclass. I want to help you to avoid the mistakes that I made along my UGC journey so that you can really fast track your way to working with brands that you love and earning money whilst doing that. There's no reason why you can't work with a skincare brand or a technology app brand this time next month. It is possible if you're willing to put in that hard work. So here's what you'll take away from today's UGC masterclass. Firstly, we're going to run through how you can create engaging UGC videos, which is the main part of being a UGC creator, I would say. We're going to look at how you can create a portfolio to show off your strengths to brands, how you can conduct effective brand outreach that will get you replies, and how you can set up systems that will help you to scale your business as you grow. Before we do that, I just want you to think about whether you are 1, 2, or 3 on this screen. So maybe you're number 1, you want to pursue UGC as a side hustle. Number 2, you'd love to go full-time with content creation. Or number 3, you already have some clients, but you want to start scaling and growing. So have a think about, what do you want to get out of this masterclass? So getting straight into it, how do you kickstart your UGC journey? The first and foremost thing that you're going to do is start to create UGC videos. Now you can do this without investing in any products and without investing in any expensive equipment. Firstly, you're going to choose five products, in your house that you can confidently speak about. And here you're going to start to identify your niche or the products that you feel most comfortable working with. So some examples of niches that you might have in mind might be beauty, fitness, food, fashion, pets, or apps. These are some of the brands out there that are looking for content. Once you've done that and you've got your 5 products, you're going to be searching up the brands of these products and having a look at the content that they are putting out there on their feeds. Is there anything in common between these content? Is there anything that is working well or anything that's not performing well? And you're going to start taking notes on what you think is performing well. You'll start to notice that every good performing UGC video has 3 things. Firstly, it will start with an engaging hook. This is what is going to get someone to stop scrolling. It's going to catch their attention and make them want to watch the rest of that video. So when you're scrolling on TikTok, common hooks might be TikTok made me buy it. It might be 5 reasons you need to try XYZ, and so on. The main part of that UGC video will then go on to solve a pain point. What's really important in UGC videos is that it feels authentic to the consumer. You're not selling something, you're selling how that something can change that person's life. And that's something that does take practice, but eventually you'll start to kind of fall into place with doing that naturally. Lastly, the UGC video should always end with a CTA, a call to action. This is something that is telling the consumer exactly what to do next. For example, where they can buy that product and how long the offer is going to last. So once you've had a look through types of content that work and you've had an idea of using hooks, main pain points, and call to actions, you're going to use those notes to create 5 engaging videos that vary in content style. So I've just put on screen some examples of types of videos that you might create. You're probably familiar with lots of these already, just unboxings, product demos. You can even go so far to make a mini vlog, a lifestyle vlog, showing off that product. Anything that feels natural to you, really. So essentially, if we just go back to that one, here you've put together your portfolio that you will soon start sharing with brands. Okay, getting yourself noticed. So a big part of UGC is that you have to be quite active at the beginning of your journey. You do need to put in some time reaching out to people and kind of saying, hi, I'm here, I'm a new UGC creator and I want to work with you. So first off, you're going to create a new email that is dedicated to your UGC. This will just help you keep everything separate from any other work commitments or personal commitments. You're then going to go to Canva and you can select a portfolio template, or you might prefer to make your own portfolio template. And I would suggest starting off with 3 or 4 different sections. You should have a short about me section that introduces who you are and what you're all about. You need to have examples of your previous work, and that will be your 5 videos that you've made. You should have somewhere in there what your rates are. So you're really sort of being transparent with the brands and they can know straight away if they're going to work with you. Essentially, it's saving you time and it's saving them time. And finally, you might have this at the bottom of your rates page or separately. Just have somewhere where they can contact you. Again, just put your email there. You can edit the template to fit your kind of style and go ahead and hit publish. Now, I'm going to talk really shortly on rates. So this is how much you are charging for your content. Now, you'll see lots of different figures all over the internet of what beginner UGC creators should charge. What I will say is you should charge what you feel comfortable with. What you think your work is worth or your time is worth, charge that and don't worry about what anyone else says or thinks about it. Because essentially, you are creating the content, you are bringing value to brands and the brands have budget for your content. So chances are they're not going to turn you down. So just be firm with what you're pricing. Lots of people might offer packages, so 1 video at a certain price, but then the brand could invest in a higher number of videos for a slightly different price. For a bit of context, when I started UGC back in April, I charged 1 video for £75, and then my other packages were slightly lower per video. Now, over time, as you get more experience and you work with more brands, you can increase that rate so that you're creating the same amount of content or less content, but you're actually earning more in that time. So once you've got your portfolio already, now you're going to want to move over to some platforms where you can get in front of brands and other UGC creators. So I would suggest making a new Twitter dedicated to your UGC. You can add your portfolio and your email to your bio. And just by networking with other creators, you'll start to notice opportunities that get retweeted onto your page, and you can message these people and start offering your service as a creator. You should also choose one other platform. I would go for Instagram or TikTok, probably TikTok in most cases, where again, here you're using this as a platform to advertise your services. I suggest at the beginning, maybe posting one video talking about how you're a UGC creator, and then posting your portfolio videos there as well, just to start getting some momentum and getting yourself out there. You'll be surprised actually at the beginning of your journey as well, how many brands reach out to you via TikTok and Twitter. And then brand outreach. So this is not what brands are doing, this is what you're doing to reach out to them. You can spend as little or as much time as you want on this. As an in-between, I would suggest spending a couple of hours a week focusing on brand outreach. And I would do it by doing this. Create a sheet where you can start to organize your outreach. Any brand that you start to notice that you would like to work with, add them to your sheet and start to add contact details into there. You could also add in here reasons why you'd like to work with them, or something that might personalize your interaction with that brand. And here's where you draft your pitch. So a pitch is an email that you send to the brand, offering your services and saying why you would like to work with them. Now, it's really important here not to get tempted to just copy and paste a pitch template, because they receive so many emails daily that yours is not going to stand out. So you need to just make sure that you do personalize it to the brand so that you've got more chance of getting a reply. And I just got an example up there from one of my coaching clients who had the same problem. So she first was finding that her pitches were a bit too general. And then after some advice and changing them slightly, depending on what the brand was, she started to get more success, which is great, obviously. And then you can just start emailing brands. Always try to go for a PR or marketing contact, because you're more likely to get a response there. But you could also DM on Instagram the info or contact email and ask them to refer you to the right person. Systems for success. So at this point of your journey as a UGC creator, you are working for yourself. So in the UK, you need to register as self-employed, and it's up to you how you manage the systems and processes of your new business. When I say systems and processes, I mean, how do people pay you? How do you protect yourself and your content? How do you ensure a smooth service for your clients, and so on? So first of all, I would suggest that you sign up for an invoicing system. This is just so that it makes contact between brands for payment really easy, kind of automates it for you. I like to use Pandal for that. You can create a client service contract to outline exactly what you are going to do for that brand. And in that contract, it will have the exact content you're going to provide, when you're going to provide it, the payment that has been agreed, and so on. This is just to cover your back and to cover the brand's back as well. A quick story from my early days of UGC. I didn't use a contract for some brands because I was still trying to work out exactly what to include in that contract. And it actually led to me getting completely ghosted by a brand. So I'd sent them 4 videos that I maybe spent like a week filming and editing, sent them over, and then didn't hear anything back. So I didn't get any payment, which was meant to be, I think it was about £320. But because I didn't have a contract in place, when I was following that up, I didn't really have many legs to stand on. So definitely don't do what I did, and get your contract sorted early on. Another way to avoid that is when you're going back and forth with the brand contact in emails, just agree on the deliverables. So agree on how many videos you're going to prepare for them, agree on when they would like them by, and just make sure that's all in your contract. You can also invoice upfront. So some creators will choose to invoice the brand for the full fee upfront, which is fairly normal practice. Or if you feel more comfortable, you could ask for a deposit fee. So usually I do ask for half upfront and then half when the content is delivered. Once your contract is signed and your invoice paid, that is when obviously you get creating. So we're coming towards the end of the training. At this point in your creator journey, you should be receiving some replies to your pitches, to your outreach, and you might start receiving some inbounds for paid or gifted work. This will probably come from maybe where you're posting on TikTok or posting on Twitter. So here's what you should be focusing on at this point. First top tip here, set a realistic timeline that allows you to deliver your quality content on time. So ensure that you give yourself enough days to film the content and then edit it, and then any revisions that might need to be made, because then you're more likely to deliver quality content rather than brands being disappointed with it and you having to really quickly refilm it, which is just stress and time wasted for everyone. And then my other top tip would be consistency. Now, this is what is key to kind of having more longevity in UGC, I think. You need to continue to research brands. You need to continue to watch other TikToks that people are making and see what trends are working, see what the consumers are responding to. Consistently pitch yourself to brands. Maybe you might set a target 1 week of reaching out to 3 brands every day, and then that might motivate you the next week to reach out to 5 brands a day. It's not always possible to do that much, I will say that, but just setting yourself them benchmarks can help keep yourself accountable. And also interacting with the UGC community is one of the most supportive communities, I would say, I've ever been a part of. On Twitter, it's not everyone for themselves. People are sharing opportunities, retweeting opportunities, and people are really keen to help each other because there is enough room for everyone. And I just want to take the time to talk about the time of year that we're in as well. We've moved into Q4 now of the financial year, and what that means for creators is that actually we're in the best position now to be outreaching to brands, because typically this is where most consumers are spending their money, either on themselves at Black Friday or on other people at Christmas time. So brands put aside a large majority of their budget for Q4 for advertising. Therefore, when this September, October time comes around, brands are looking for people, for content creators to work with. And this is where you can pitch yourself really effectively and start to bring in really good consistent income over the next couple of months. Okay, so that brings us to the end of tonight's masterclass. I really hope it was helpful to all of you. It should have kind of cleared up some key questions around getting started with UGC. And if you just want to use what I provided in this free class, you'll also receive a recording of it so you can listen back and kind of get what you want from it. But if you do want to take it to that next level and get everything set up with extra support, templates and tools given to you, then I'm opening up the doors tonight to my UGC VIP month of mentoring. So with this, you'll get support with everything that we've been through in today's class, along with tailored support to meet your needs. I kind of know from my own journey and from previous mentoring students that it can be really overwhelming trying to get everything sorted by yourself, especially maybe if you're doing it alongside a full-time job. And then when you're faced with rejections from brands or no's, it can seem like the easier way out to just pack it in and stop, right? So this month of support is designed to hold you accountable and just give you that daily push to reach your goal of making money and working with your favorite brands. We go through everything that is included in the month of mentoring. So you will receive a personal one-to-one coaching call with myself, which can be arranged at any point during that month, depending on where you feel you need the help. You'll receive access to a daily WhatsApp chat. Again, this is a personal chat where you can contact me to ask any question that might come up in the month to support you with a pitch, for example, or kind of negotiating with a brand if you have a brand in your DMs. You'll have ongoing business and mindset support. It's really important when you're starting out in your journey that you're building healthy creator habits. So I'd always say you should be creating more than you're consuming, because no one wants to be spending forever on their phone scrolling with a high screen time. So we're going to try and avoid that. And it will just kind of give you more of an opportunity to connect with other creators who are also in this month's mentoring. So I just want you to imagine for a moment, you're waking up to new brands in your emails every day, and client calls are being booked in every day. That feeling is honestly priceless. It's such a good feeling. You could be anywhere, at the gym, at a birthday spa day, and checking your emails to receive brands asking to personally work with you. Some of these brands could be pretty well known in the UK. It's honestly the best feeling ever. And I don't know who wouldn't want to feel that feeling. So exclusive to this masterclass, you can get £100 off with the code VIP100 and a bonus contract template to help kickstart your UGC creator journey. I'm giving 48 hours to use this code. So if you do want to kickstart your UGC creator journey, then please do sign up. You will receive an email after this recording. I'd love to mentor you in this VIP month. If you're watching this after the 26th of September, please just send me a DM on Instagram to see if this offer is still standing, because as I said, it is only going to be for 48 hours. If you would like me at the beginning of 2022 and kind of said this year is going to be your year where you invest in yourself and meet your goals, then this is your sign to do that for yourself. You might already be a UGC creator and you want a bit more help finding brands to work with, or you might be hoping to build a side income from content creation. Either way, this mentoring month is super, super suitable. You might have been considering it for a while, but not kind of made the jump yet. Some of you have mentioned that, I think. So I'd love to have you sign up and join the VIP mentoring month to learn all of the strategies and support with how I went from struggling as a freelancer to earning 4 figures every month, working with well-known UK brands in just 6 months. And I'm going to help you do it in just 1 month. So just a reminder here, I'm not special, okay? If I can do this, you can too. I've just put up on the screen, these are my followings on my personal and my business account. So you can see becoming a UGC creator does not require a huge following. You really can build this from the ground up, and brands are looking for your creativity rather than your audience. Having the creator lifestyle where you're kind of in charge of when you work and who you work with is honestly so freeing. And inside the VIP mentoring month, you'll be supported to sign your first clients, and hopefully we'll get you getting paid work in that first month. You'll learn how to scale your packages so that you can work less hours and earn more money. So just to show you again, everything you'll receive in this month, you'll become part of a growing community. I also will be sharing job opportunities that I find for UGC creators. If you have any questions at all about any of this masterclass or about the VIP month, please just reach out to me on Instagram at With You Studios. I'd love to help you and answer them. So the link to sign up for this will go out now, and don't forget to use the code VIP100 to £100 off. Remember, you have 48 hours to use that. So if you're kind of deliberating it, give me a message and we can talk through that together. And if you're just going to go for it and make that move for yourself today. I really hope to see some of you joining me, and definitely message me if you enjoyed today's class and have any feedback at all. I'd love to hear that. If you've got any other questions at all, I'm more than happy to answer those too. Thank you so much.